everyone, it's Bhavna from Boho Snips. I hope you're all having a lovely day. In today's video, we're going to be creating some paper clips and we're going to be using things that you might have lying around the house. So I'm going to take you through that. So you're going to need, the things you're going to need are paper clips, and I got these gold looking paper clips. There's 120 value pack in here from a place called The Range in the UK. So that was just £1, so that was a real bargain. You can never have enough paper clips, can you? You're going to need your art to create your paper clips with, and I'm using this publication created by the Derbyshire Open Arts, and it's got lots of different images in here. So I'm going to be using that as well. You're going to need some kind of tacky glue. So I've got, this is tacky glue itself, so I'm using that. You're going to need a pair of scissors as well, some card, some kind of scrap card that you got left lying around, or you can use birthday cards, or you could also use food packaging, which is what I'm going to be using today as well. So this is just some food packaging from some clotted cream fudge shortbread biscuits, so you can use that, and I'm going to show you how to do that. What else do you need? So you've got your artwork, you've got glue, you've got your scissors, you've got your paper clips, okay, and you've got your scraps card. So yeah, that's all you need. So real easy, fun and easy project to create. So this is more of a create or craft along with me video, so I hope you do join me. Now I'm going to show you some of the ones that I've made so far to give you an idea. So these are the ones that these are images that I picked up from, some images that I picked up from this publication, and then some of them I actually created myself, so I'm going to show you those. So let's see if I can zoom you in a little bit. So this particular paperclip was one, well, you can see it's actually on this magazine right there, on the front cover of the publication, shall I say. So that's that one there. Just kind of focus you in, and that's backed onto cardstock. It's actually from a birthday card, so you can get your birthday cards, your old birthday cards out, and then use the white backing of the birthday cards, or use the whole entire birthday card to create the backings with. And then I've got the paperclip glued in between the two pieces, so you've got your art piece in the front, your cardstock at the back, and then the paperclip goes in inside, and then you glue it around here. And then what I've also done is used those fancy scissors to create like a stamp look. So I can't remember what they're called now, but they look like, what do they look like? I bet I can't find them now. Oh, here they are. So you're not supposed to use these on paper, but don't tell anyone that I'm using them on paper. So it's these kind of scissors. I really can't remember the name of those. Do you get that? Do you kind of sometimes forget what things are called? Because I get it all the time. It must be my menopause brain. Anyway, so that's one of the ones that I created from this publication. This is a paperclip. I'm not sure if it's in focus. There we go. So I created this myself by kind of blending in a couple of images together. And then I used my stamp to stamp on the images itself. So again, you can see the cardstock, the back, and then the paper clip, which is embedded in between the two pieces. So that's a lovely paper clip. And this one, you can actually slide in this way. So obviously you'll have your journal. Oh, let's have a look. So let's just go with this journal. I'm going to zoom you back out again. Sorry about this. Oh. So you've got your page here, for example. Let's just pick a plain page, shall we? So yeah, let's pick this one. So you've got your journal page, and then this one will go in. Oh, I picked it on the wrong side. Let's just pop it on that side. Okay. I do apologise for this. But this one, this paper clip would go in this way. So you just clip it to the side and it just pops in that way. And then, so you can have them whichever way you want to. So then you make that decision as to which way you want the paper clip to go inside or attached to your paper. And this particular one goes in this way. So you've got a landscape and, oh, what's it called? Well, you've got the going vertically and horizontally. Let's just put it that way. Okay. So you can have it whichever way you want to, and you need to make that decision before you start gluing the paper clip in between the two pieces. So you've got that one there. And then, which other ones have you got? So I'm going to zoom it in a bit. So here's another one I've created. So again, I got this from this magazine, I think. And then I've just stamped it using my vintage stamp. And then stamped the back of that as well, just to make it a little bit more decorative. And where does this go? Oh, this is a really beautiful one. This is a landscape piece that I cut out from this publication. Then I just stamped it a little bit at the top. Paper clips in between. Here's another one. This is a watercolor piece. It's from a watercolor. It's a watercolor artist who's promoting her work. There's that one. And then there's this one which I created myself, so more of kind of like surreal collage, because that's what I like to do as well, surrealism. And then I've just stamped the back again. And this area here, I didn't think this was from the back of the card. It was already kind of like that. So there you go. So you've got some fun and easy ways of creating paper clips, just using things that you've got lying around the house. And, you know, instead of having just a plain paper clip like these, you can decorate them. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So I'm going to show you, before I actually start going through this one I've not actually assembled together. So what I'll do is I'll actually show you, I'll finish off the ones that I've not finished off, and then we can pull out some more images from this Open Arts publication, take it from there. So there's one there that I'm going to do. I'll show you them as I finish them. So let's get on with this. I hope you're all having a lovely day. There are different ways of making paper clips. So many different methods out there, and so many videos where people show you how to make them. There's hidden paper clips and all sorts. In fact, I actually followed, I follow a artist called Siri Griffiths. He's a UK artist, and he did a hidden paper clip with a little pocket. And so I created one using my cardstock that I had lying around, and then I just collaged on top, and I put some of my little ephemera pieces in there. So that's a really nice long paper clip there as well, which you can put onto a page, and you can tuck some things in there, or you can give them as a snail mail as well. So that's a lovely way of doing it. So yeah, and then yeah, so let's crack on with that. So I'm going to show you how I do this. So you've got your image. I'm just going to make sure you're in focus, and I've got these ready. So you can do these and just get them ready. So you can cut your images out, start off with that, and then cut your backings out using kind of like recycling any cardstock, or you could do it with paper, but it's just a little bit, if you had the backing as paper, it'd just be a little bit thinner. And I had loads of cards lying around, old cards lying around, and I wanted to use those because it is cardstock at the end of the day. And I'm using obviously the clean side, well, the yeah, so not the side with the text and all the writing on. So I'm going to glue this image to this, and that's what I'm going to be showing you today. And then if we've got time, we'll go through the publication and do some more, cut out some more images. So yeah, so if you're if you've got something lying around, some images that you want to pull out now, pull those out, get some your birthday cards, some cards that are just lying around, and get your scissors and your glue and your paper clips. Okay, so so let's get on with this. So what we're going to do is, first of all, I need to make sure that I need to make sure that I'm actually putting in the paper clip in the direction that I want it to sit onto the page. So do I want it on the side of the page, or do I want it to go on the top of the page? In this instance, because of my image, which is I think it's a vase of flowers. Yeah, it looks like not a watercolor, but an oil painting of some sort with flowers in it, and some pots in here. I'm not sure if you can see that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my paper clip going downwards, so it's actually going in this direction, but you'll see that once I've done it. So now I've decided that I need to make sure that the smaller side of the paper clip, the shorter side, before the paper clip goes inside, and it's centered in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to pop it there, super easy, and then hopefully my glue's going to, I'm just going to zoom you out a little bit. Hopefully my glue's going to start coming out. So always get your glue ready. Oh, I've got too much glue there. And then all I'm going to do is just make sure I'm in focus, is glue around the edges. Okay, and it's the edges that you need to really make sure you've got, and then just glue around the paper clip area as well. Okay, so am I right in doing that? Yeah, I think I'm right in doing that, aren't I? Yeah, and then you would then pop that down on top. Just get it in position if you can. You can always kind of, if it's a little bit off point, then that's fine, because you can always go back and with your scissors and trim around it. It's not the end of the world. It's just kind of having a little bit of fun and creating some fancy paper clips really with what you have lying around. So then you just want to tap that, and you want to let that dry for, I don't know, probably an hour or less, maybe, depends on your glue that you're using as well. Now I'm not too worried about this bit here that you can see that's come off the card. I'm really not bothered about that. I can always go back in, and I can kind of, I can also put some, well actually I could have done it early. What you could do is use any kind of tea dyed paper to go back before you glue the two pieces, is glue some tea dyed paper to your cardstock at the back, and then glue the two pieces in between to sandwich the paper clip in between after that, and glue it down. But I'm not too bothered. What I could do, or what I should have done before then, what I could do in the next one is basically you can see your paper clip there, by the way, and that's fine as well. I'll show you another way where you can't see your paper clip. You can hide it a little bit more where it's not sticking out the top. But what you could do is then, before you'd glued it, you could go in with your scissors and cut around there and give it a nice serrated edge. But that's okay. And then also you go around the edges with some ink once it's dried, so we can do that. And you can always move the, you know, before the glue dries, just put it into position so it's in the middle. So there's another one done. Okay, so we're going to do this one. So this is a fun one, isn't it? I'm sure you can see that one. There we go. Can you see that? So this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually, should I do it on this one? Yeah. So I'm just holding the two pieces together, and I'm going to get my serrated scissors, and I'm going to cut. Now I'm not that fussed about it, but I'm just going to, I think, did I go around the top? I think I went around the entire piece with this one. Yeah, I did. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut. So it gives it that little pretty edge on there. It looks like a stamp as well. So just hold it in place and take your time. And if you kind of get it wrong, just go back in if you want to. You know, you've always got that opportunity, haven't you? So I hope everyone's having a really lovely day today. The sun's out, and I've been for a walk already, and I've done a little bit of tidying up in the shed, and there's a story to tell there, so I'll tell you that in a second. So now I've done that, what I'm going to do now is, and I said I was going to show you a method where you can hide, whereas this, where I did this one, you can see the paper clip sticking out the top. You can actually, if you can see that, there we go, it's just, oh, sorry about that folks, it's just sticking out there. I'm going to actually, with this one, I'm going to get my tool, so just bear with. Trying not to knock the camera. So I've just got my crocodile from We Are Memory Keepers. Oh, and I've just knocked the camera. You don't need one of these, and you don't have to hide the paper clip. You can even just use a small hole punch if you've got a little hole punch as well. So you know, you really don't need to have these tools. We always think as creators that we need all these tools, and you don't. Now the only thing is, I need to make sure that that edge is the same as that edge at the back piece there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to literally go in, not sure if you can see that, and I'm going to go into the middle of the piece and just use the bigger hole in the crocodile and cut a little snippet in there. If you think it's not big enough, you can go deeper if you want to, your choice entirely. So, okay, so I've just got a little curve in the middle there, and that is where, so remember, that's the shorter side of the paper clip goes inside, okay? So that's what we're going to do, make sure we are in focus. So the shortest side is going inside, and that's the part where it's going to be glued, and then the top part of that paper clip is going to sit right into that hole there, and you'll see that once I put the top piece on, once I've glued that, it will disappear, so you can no longer see it on this paper clip, whereas you can see on the one we've just done, which is this one. So you can see it on there at the top, but you're not going to be able to see it on this one. It's disappeared, but obviously it's there, so it's not completely disappeared. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. And then we're just going to do the same thing. We're going to go around and add our glue if it comes out. So this is, like I said, this is tacky glue. It's a decent glue, to be fair. You can use Fabri-Tac or, you know, any other glue that you've got. Just make sure you've got to put glue around your paper clip as well. That's perfect. And then all you're going to do is, again, I need to make sure that I put this the right way around. Okay, it's on the, there we go. And you have your paper clip. So that's all tucked in. Just give it a little tap around the edges. If there's any spillage of glue on the seeping out the sides, and just get, you know, some tissue or a dry wet wipe or a wet wipe, and wipe it off. It's not a problem. So there you go. And once that dries, you can, you know, add these onto your pages and they'll look really pretty. But like I said, you could go in around the edges with some ink, which is what we'll probably do as well. And then you can add some stamping on there. You could also add some embellishments onto the paper clips if you wanted to. So for example, this one here, I could add this small bee charm if I wanted to, or I could on this one here that we did, or even this one that I showed you earlier, which is this one. So again, this is a vase with flowers in it, and I've just stamped it on there, and I've inked around the edges with the paper clip at the back. And then what I could do if I wanted to is add some kind of, you know, kind of just decorate a little bit more and add some embellishment to it. You could add fabric to it, whatever you want to really, and it depends, you know, how bulky you want your paper clip to be. So you can add whatever you want to. You can add some, you know, because there's some fabric, you can add some flowers, some fabric flowers. Oh, the skin's stuck here. Just add some fabric on it, you know, get a cluster going, glue that down or staple that down, and then there we go. You know, you've got a lovely little kind of snippet there. I quite like that actually. So now I've done that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my mini little stapler and see if that does a trick. So you can either use some, you can sew it down, or you can glue it down, or staple it down, and then you can always cover the staple with something else. But I got this mini little stapler. It's so cute, isn't it? And this was from the range, and it was only £1. So I thought, you know, let me get that before they no longer sell them, because sometimes I see something and then I think, no, I don't really need it, and even it's super cheap, I kind of resist the urge to buy. But then when I go back, that item's actually, you know, no longer available, or they're just no longer selling them. So let's see if this works. I'm really going to give this a good old gamble on camera, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. And there we go, it's done the job. So I'll just show you. Okay, it's not actually, I lie, it's not gone all the way through, and maybe because, you know, it's not strong enough stapler. So I'm just going to pull this out, and what we'll do is I'm going to use, I'm going to do that again, because I don't think I did a really good job the first time around. So I'm going to get that focus and use my stapler again. Maybe I need to put a little bit more oomph in it. no, that's not going through. Okay, so if you do pop out and you get one of these staplers from the range, this one, it probably won't go through fabric, and this is really kind of sheer thin fabric, so it's not working. So in that case, what I would do is probably go in with my Fabri-Tac, scrunch it up, or glue gun. Yeah, if you've got a hot glue gun, that will do the job. Scrunch it up and put it on there, and that would be job done. Let's just see. I have got another one. I've got this regular stapler. Let's see if that works. I'm just going to get that back in position. I know I'm faffing around. I do apologise, but now I've just gone and set myself a challenge, haven't I, to see if the stapler works, because I don't actually staple things on. I'll either Fabri-Tac it or I'll just sew it. Oh yeah, so that's a lot better. So you could use one of these staplers. I think this is the better option, and then this is just probably just for papers, to be fair, which is fine, you know. And then you could just, you know, you could even get a piece of one of the layers of fabric on top and kind of conceal it if you wanted to, if you really wanted to, or you could then go back in and you could add, you know, another kind of topper to that. Whatever you choose to do, you can embellish it, which is what I'll probably do a little bit later on. But I think that looks pretty. There you go. A different way of presenting a paperclip in your journals. So let's carry on with this. I'm just wondering, we've done that one. And we've glued that one as well. So these are the ones that are already done. So we will move on to the publication and get some more images in a minute. And we're going to do this one. So this one is another surreal collage that I put together. So I got some images of a public domain site where you can get the images from, and they're copyright free. And then I decided to put together different images. So you've got a bird there. I'm sure you can see that. And then you've got this insect, and they're on a beach. And I put those two images together myself using the public domain images alongside Procreate, which is on my iPad. So I did that. So, and if it's something you're interested in learning about, then I can help you. I can show you how to do that. So I'm gonna, for this one, I will be creating that serrated edge. So I'm gonna get my scissors and I'm gonna cut away. And I forgot to mention, obviously, when you're cutting the back of your the back piece to match up with your front piece, make sure it's the same size, if possible. But you know, it might be something obvious anyway that I've just mentioned, but I thought I'd mention it anyway. So yeah, so I'm just going to go in with my serrated scissors, I'll call them, and snip away. Like I said, these are not for paper, these are fabric scissors, so I'm being super naughty here, but you know, I won't say anything if you don't. Okay, so there we go. So here's a story about me cleaning the shed. Okay, so I've got a shed in the back garden, and I was just making space for some of my Indian sari fabrics, and I saw this massive spider. Okay, because it's kind of autumn stroke getting cold towards winter, so I saw this massive spider, and I actually took it out of the shed and put it into the grass. And then I continued cleaning, and before I knew it, I was in the kitchen and I spotted something on the end of my hair. I was like, what is that? And I had my hair up as well. And Lord and behold, it was that spider. And I don't know if it's the same one, but it sure looked like the same one. It's huge, absolutely. But it was that big. It was that big. I'm not exaggerating. I don't like spiders, but I'm not a person who will, you know, actually get rid of them in that sense. I'll just, you know, sweep them up and take them outside and put them outside. But it was huge, and it literally, I just screamed and, you know, kind of got it off my hair, and it fell onto the kitchen floor. And then I got my sweep and sweeped it up and threw it back outside the garden. So I'm hoping, you know, it's not gonna kind of come back inside again. But that was really scary. Oh my gosh, you know. Don't know what the neighbours thought if they heard me screaming. Hopefully, you know, hopefully not. But there you go. So yeah, not nice, not pleasant. So there you have it. So oh gosh, and, you know, just yeah, share your stories with me about spiders if you like. That's one of my things. I do not like spiders. That's a no-no for me. You know, if they're on me, definitely not. And it was like one of those horror movies. Oh my gosh, it was awful. I don't like watching spiders on TV or in films or anything. You know, that film Arachnophobia. Oh my gosh, I watched it years and years ago because it's quite an old film, but I did not like it. So anyway, moving back onto this, you could actually, once you've done that part, you could ink the edges with your ink. So I've got the Tim Holtz Distressing Vintage Photo, so you can start inking around it now. I'm going to do it afterwards, so we can do that next perhaps. And I'm going to, which way do I want this one to go? I think this one's going to go on the side, so I'm going to do a paper clip that goes on the side this time. So I'm just going to make sure that the small side of the paper clip is going on the inside. So yep, okay, so there you go, that's going to go in, so the paper clip will go in. Oh yeah, sorry, it's going to go in on the inside that way, so I need to put it on the right hand side. So there we go, that's going to go in, and I need to create that hole there so the paper clip doesn't show. So again, I'm just using the crocodile and creating that little hole for the paper clip to kind of be tucked away and hidden. And there you go, and now it's hidden, if you can see that. So it's dropped in, we can show it straight. And I'm going to put the glue on the edges and the sides, so I'll do that. And right now, so these are great to do mass make and have them ready, even if you just got as far as cutting the images, you know, and getting your cardstock ready for the back ends and getting your paper clips all ready. That's a good starting point as well. It gets you warmed up a little bit, and then before you know it, you're addicted and you just keep creating millions of paper clips, and you'll find images everywhere. Once you've done this, you kind of look out for these publications when you go to like museums or galleries and pick them up and see images that you really like. Obviously, the better the publication in terms of quality of paper, the better, the sturdier the paper clip's going to be as well. And then the same goes for the back end. If you've got some like birthday cards or kind of birthday cards or Christmas cards, obviously, and you want to, you know, use those, they're quite good as cardstock for the back ends as well. So there you go, you've got another one, and that's tucked away as well. And so I'm gonna ink around the edges as well in a little while, but let's cut a few images, and then we can start inking them up actually. So what I'll do is, let's have a look at this. So like I said, there's quite a few in here, and I'll show you those. And so this kind of publication is showcasing the work of the artists and what they create. And so there's some textiles, there's some landscapes in here, there's some abstract art in here as well. And yeah, so there's one in here I'm going to actually go for, which is this one, if you can see that. So it's a couple of bees on some lavender. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing there. But so that's a really good image. So I'm going to cut that one out. So let's do that. And super easy. So just get your scissors and let's cut that one out. In fact, what we'll do, I'm going to rip this paper off here. And so what I did the first time I came across this is I just started ripping out the sheets with the images that I liked on there first, and then I started cutting around the images. And just you're not really fussy cutting, you're just cutting around the borders of the image, just making sure you're in frame. So yeah, while I'm cutting this out, what I would like to say is, if you don't mind, you know, actually you can like and subscribe, and you know, if you want to leave a comment in the comment below regarding the videos and what videos you'd like to see, that would be absolutely awesome. So yeah, so don't forget to like and subscribe and comment. And there is Buy Me a Coffee link on there as well, so if you wanted to donate anything to keep the videos going, then feel free to do so. If not, then it's no problem. So that's one image there. Can you see that? There we go. It's really pretty. There's a couple of bees and some lavender. Oh, not the camera again. If anybody's got any tips on how to film, then that'll be useful as well. So we'll put that to one side, and then I think is there any other images? Always look on the other side to see if there's any other images on the back. And I really like this abstract one. Can you see that? I think that's a good image. So let's cut that one out as well. So yeah, I hope you're actually crafting along with me. Like I said, it's really great to kind of get, if you're kind of stuck in a rut and don't know, and you've got some kind of creative blocks going on, then these are great, you know, for creating pieces ready to go for your journal pages and journals, either for yourself or for journals that you're selling, you know. And like I said, you know, you can embellish these pieces, you can go and decorate them with all sorts of things. It doesn't stop at this point, and that's what I'll be potentially doing as well. So we'll just get those two images, and I've got some cardstock here. Okay, so I've just got this long piece of scrap here. So I'm seeing it out, and then what I'm going to do, all I'm going to do is measure how much I need, and then glue it down. Or we could do, yeah. So I'm going to guesstimate how much I need really. You have to be precise with this. So it's double that. Get my scissors, and I'm going to cut around about there so it folds. You just want to make sure that you've got enough so that it folds in half. And I think I've just made it with this one. I think I have as well, yeah. So then we're just going to fold that in half, and we can always kind of trim if it's a little bit wonky donkey. That's fine as well. So just fold that in half, and then you've got your base all ready to go. So we actually used this one, didn't we, as a template. So then what I could do is I could stick this down first, and then I can cut around it if I want to, right? So we can do that. And so how did I do that? Oh, actually no, you don't need to. Yeah, so you just need, you could fold it in half and stick that image and then put the paper clip in. This I just used one. I didn't fold it, I don't think. I don't think I did actually. I just used that, and that's what I'm going to do this time around. So let's do that because we can get that done pretty quickly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually glue both of these on at the same time, and then I'm going to cut around them. Do we need to? No, we don't need to glue them. We just need to kind of, we don't glue them on yet. That was a mistake. Gosh, I'm supposed to be showing you how I make these paper clips. I'm not doing a very good job, am I? Anyways, so let's just cut this out. Let's start off with some basic stuff, shall we? Okay, so yeah, just cut that, and then we're going to go in, and this time I'm going to get my scissors, my serrated edge scissors, fabric scissors. Don't do what I do, please, because you'll ruin them. Okay, and you don't have to be precious about this because these are free images that you've just picked up along your visits or your travels. So it's pretty cool in that sense, because when you have art materials and you're really precious about it, what I find, especially for myself, is that I become very kind of cautious, and I create my own creative blocks because I think, you know, if I don't, you know, create a wonderful piece, I'm wasting the materials, whether it be cardstock, paper, glue, images, whatever. And really that's a recipe for disaster when you do that. So this is a great way of just kind of, you know, going for it and not worrying about your art materials and wastage. So there you go. So I've created one base already. I'm going to do the other one as well. So we will just kind of use the serrated scissors straight away. You don't have to have this edging on your pieces. I've got the scissors, and that's why I'm doing it. You can even get the kids' scissors, and I got some, I think I got 3 or 4 of those children's kind of decorative scissors from the charity shop for sure, and they were super cheap about 3 years ago. And they're really good because they've got different kind of decorative, you know, edges on them, so they can make your papers and things look really pretty. And if I had them, I would have used those, but I don't know where they are. I think they're somewhere in a box, you know. So you've got your 2 pieces, and now all I'm going to do is get my paper clips. So let's get those out. And what's the time? So we're on 35 minutes. So like I said, what you need to do is you can create the hole if you want to hide the paper clip or prevent that paper clip from actually showing. So I'm just going to use my crocodile, kind of place it in the middle, but not be too bothered about it, not too precious about it. I think that's fine. And then you're going to put your shorter side to the paper clip on the inside, and your long side goes on the outside. Okay, when I started out making these, I was like always, you know, trying to remember which side the paper clip goes in, so which side is glued inside, which side goes on the outside. So there we go. Just make sure you've got that image on the right side of the cardstock there, and then, you know, there we go. This paper is kind of thinner, to be honest. So if you've got if you've got a kind of a good decent cardstock to go on the back, that'd be really good. Just helps to have sturdy paper clips. Having said that, the more bulk you've got, if you don't like bulk in your journals, then these are perfect. Okay, so and I am waffling on. So I'm going to get my glue, and let's just start gluing. So, you know, be kind of generous in terms of putting your glue around the paper clip. Like I said, don't forget your edges as well. So yeah, so ideal. So, you know, next time you're off taking the kids or your grandkids, or you're visiting a gallery and they've got publications, even when you go to libraries, they have like a stand, don't they, and they have all these kind of information leaflets. So have a look, because there will be some images in there that you know want to use and turn them into paper clips. And it's free, isn't it? Once you've kind of looked through the brochure, you don't need to dispose of it. You can actually use it and recycle it, and that's the beauty about making these types of paper clips, using what you've come across on your travels and journeys. And it's also a memory, isn't it, as well? So, you know, this might remind you of using in your own personal journal where you went to that gallery or that library, or, you know, that particular location that you went to. You know, it will kind of give you it's like a little memory of your experience, really. And like I said, what you could do is you could decorate this. You can go in with some stamps and inks and ink the edges, and that's what we'll do once I've done this one. So I need to put that hole in. So yeah, I mean, I must admit I do prefer to put the little hole in so I can hide it. And then if you've got little edges sticking out like that, just cut them off. It's not a big deal, not the end of the world. But then I've done that and I've got this little bit sticking out there. Oh, I should have put the hole in at the same time, maybe not. No, I don't need to do that. So yeah, so this is a really nice image. So I'm just going to pop the paper clip inside. There we go. Tuck that in, hide it away, and it goes. Make sure it's centered, and then place my glue on the edges. There you go, and around the paper clip. I hope my videos are clear. Like I said, I'm actually filming in my front room, and I have a small window. So, and it's not a super bright day. It was earlier, but it's not now. And I have got my lights on. I've got the main ceiling light on, and my ring lights on as well. So there we go. Isn't that one pretty? You know, you could, if you've got a stamp with a plant or leaf, then you could stamp it there if you wanted to. That'll look really nice. There you go. So that's just a couple I've pulled out of and I've got so many more images in here which I can use. Can you see? So there's the front ones as well are really pretty. That's a really nice landscape one. I love, because I'm a landscape artist myself, abstract artist myself. I love abstract art. There's a basket there as well, and you know, there's just so many. I mean, I love that little rabbit there. That's too cute, right? What else? More landscapes on here. Oh, I just saw another one that I really liked, I think. Yeah, there's a lovely little bird there, so you can cut that one out and turn that into a paperclip as well. So, you know, you could kind of go according to your subject matter as well. So if you're doing a botanical journey, you could pull out the bird ones, the flower ones, and the landscape ones. And if you're doing something completely different, then pull those, like, you know, if you're doing a kind of like a journal which focuses on kind of, you know, again, rabbits and that kind of stuff, then you can pull those out as well. So really great to have one of these free materials to use and to turn into some beautiful embellishments really for your journals. So that's that done. So we've done 1, 2, and then which other ones? And we just finished off some others as well, didn't we? So we will, what we're going to do is, I think we finished off these. Are these inked? Yeah, these are all inked. Yep. So what we'll do is we will just ink up these paper clips. So, and then I'll go through them with you. I'm just going to get my inking tool. So I'm just using one of these. And I'm just going to get my vintage, sorry about that, vintage photo ink. I'm just going to go around the edges and kind of get them to blend in. So, because I like to get rid of the whites as well on the edges, so they look a little bit more uniform. You don't have to get, you know, you don't have to ink them, to be fair. You could go around with a felt tip, to be fair, as well, if you don't have, like, you know, distress inks and oxides. I don't have any oxides, I just have inks. I think that one was already done. So you can see there's a lot of white edges there. And I'm just going to ink them up. And that makes it look a lot better. Now, obviously, I've not glued this very well, so I'm just going to go back in this one and I'm going to glue it. You can always go back in and go in. Oh, she says. So let's do that. Smush it up. Make sure. So if you find that, you know, you didn't do a good job the first time around, just go back in. Okay, so we'll come back to that one. I think there's some glue oozing out there. So I'll go back in with a paper towel or a wet wipe. These are fine. So I'm just going to ink this one up now, the bird one that we just pulled out. So super easy to make. And like I said, there's so many different variations on making like paper clips for journals, hidden paper clips and decorative paper clips, so many different ways. And I just wanted to kind of, you know, show you my way of making paper clips. I've tried different methods. I think, you know, when you're in this area, you want to try the different methods and see which one you prefer as well. And I think that's a good idea. If you've got the time to do that and you've got the materials and the resources to do that, give it a go. I like this one. I really like this one. This is so cute. So yeah, so just kind of, you know, like I said, use what you have. Use what you have. I mean, we all say that, don't we? We do buy things, but then you get to a point where you kind of got to stop buying these things and literally use what you do have. So that's really pretty. So these will be a lot better if they've, you know, dried, if I've given it more time to dry, but we are on camera. So what I'm going to do with this one is, I know I've already done the gluing part. I'm still going to go in with my serrated scissors and I'm still going to cut because I want to, so I'm going to do that. Okay, no limitations, right? Don't hold yourself back. If you really want to do something, just do it. And don't worry about if you've kind of missed that opportunity, because when it comes to paper glue and scissors, you can always do that. And I've done it right over my distressed ink. I can go up to the point of where my paper clip is, which is what I'll do. Okay, so I guess I've just demonstrated that it's probably not too late if you've got this form, as long as it's still glued together. You don't want the whole thing to fall apart because you've done this bit. I'm going to take those bits off. And there you go. Okay, so I'm just going to go and get those white edges off. And this one, my paper clip is showing a little bit. You can see that. But that's okay. It doesn't bother me. You know, it's the one that got away. And sometimes, you know, that happens, doesn't it? Happy accidents is what they also call them, when something happens that you didn't intend doing, and then you kind of notice a different way of doing something, or kind of a better way of doing something. Okay, so there's that one done as well. So there you have it. So it is a short video. So I'll show you what we've done so far. We've created this one here, okay, which is a vase of flowers. You've got your paper clip, and then what I'll do is go in and stamp the back like I have done with that one there. And then we've got this one here, which is the surreal collage one that I did. This one was from the publication. This one was from the publication, the bee and the lavender one. And this one as well. You can see that. And then we've done this one as well. So that's a fun one, isn't it? It's like a little children's textile art piece there. And then we can go back and stamp those. So I've inked all those, the ones I've done. So that is it for today, folks. It's kind of like a short video, but like I said, I just wanted to show you my kind of technique and my materials that I kind of use as well. And like I said, you know, you can use all sorts of things to create paper clips with, really. Use your own art as well. You don't have to, you know, if you've got any kind of decorative art pieces, then you can use that as well. So you could, you know, cut those up and get some cardstock and back those up and turn them into paper clips. So I've made, you know, quite a few already. I even got this piece and turned it into a bookmark as well. So that was actually from this as well, this particular piece, this magazine as well. And I liked all the little miniature images, and I cut it out and backed it with some cardstock, and then I stamped it with some text stamp, and then I put a sewing machine through that part there. So it's now turned into a paper clip strip bookmark as well. The other thing I wanted to mention was the Indian washi tape, fabric washi tape. So that is available in my Etsy shop. I showed you that in my last video. And also the Autumnal sari fabrics that I've got as a pack, so that's also available in my Etsy shop as well. I'll put the links down to the items in the description box below. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you've crafted along with me, or you go away and start to make these wonderful paper clips. And yeah, so don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. Don't forget to visit my shop as well. And in the meantime, I will see you in my next video. Have a lovely day and take care of yourselves. Bye bye. Mwah.